morning, is it from Zetster's Lab? Well, what to do when life just feels too hard to handle? You know, when you really just feel, I don't want to do today. Today, life just feels not worth living. I don't know. And then this morning I saw this beautiful, these came out of my garden. Can you believe it? Oh, they are so beautiful. So this morning I saw this little man, and I immediately had to draw him in my sketchbook. But what do you see when you look at him? He's singing. He's just so happy. So when I saw this, there was something written above it. That is what it is. They are talking about this man. This man. Why can he be so happy? Because this man didn't know his cholesterol. He didn't know his BMI. He didn't know his net worth, his IQ, or his ancestry. He didn't know these things, so he had absolutely nothing to fear, nothing to worry about. And that made me think of me. I'm adopted. I was 6 days old and then I was adopted. And so I don't know anything about my, you say, ancestry, you know, my biological parents, grandparents, whatever. I don't know. So whenever I go to the doctor, you know how it is, they usually ask, is there any sickness in your family? You know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, heart attacks, whatever. And then I can say with so much joy, no, luckily I'm adopted. So I don't know. And you know what? That brings me so much freedom. I don't know. So I've got nothing to fear. And that is the thing. Why do we want to know everything? It's so much stuff to fear. You watch the news and all that it does is it makes you fear. What if this happens? What if this war is coming? What if this, you know? And this man, he didn't worry about those things. He was just happy living his life. And that is what I want. I want that freedom. And lots of times people will ask me, but you don't watch the news or anything. Why? How do you know things, you know? And the awesome thing is, I trust the life in me. The same life that is in you. The life in me tells me what I need to know in this moment. So I always know what I need to know, not what the world is telling me that I must know, you know, to live longer, whatever. I trust the life in me. And that's where I'm going now with this. Is this morning I felt a little bit, nothing is wrong. Believe you me, absolutely nothing is wrong. But I was just, I don't feel like, you know, living. Life is just hard. I was just starting to feel fear rising up. I don't know why. And then I've learned what I then do is say to myself, is it today, just today, you've got what you need to live victoriously through today. All that you need to live today is in you. You've got it. All your needs are met. The abundant life is flowing through you, providing for you with every single thing that you may need to cope with what you need to cope with. And you know, how many people do you know? And sometimes myself, I just get to the end of the day, or I'm in the beginning of the day or whatever, and I just think, how am I gonna get through this day? I just need to get through the day, you know? Then you get to the end of your life, and what you say is, oh, I got through this life. Isn't that just plain sad? You glad to just get through your life. I don't want to get through my life. I don't want to just get through my day. I want to live victoriously, full of peace and joy, no matter where I find myself and what situations I need to go through, call it deal with, today, this day. Not worrying about tomorrow, not fearing what if this doesn't happen or what if that happens, and you know, just focusing and savoring and enjoying this day. And the only way that I can do it is by not worrying and fearing tomorrow and my future, and just focusing on this day. So after I said all those things to myself, I got what I needed to go to the shops. I'm not a big shopper. I really don't enjoy going to the shops to buy what we need, but I need to do it. It's one of my chores. And so after I spoke to myself and said, you know what, you got what you need, the life is in you, he's providing everything that you need to enjoy and live victoriously through your day. I got the strength and the joy and whatever I needed, so I went to the shops, bought all my stuff, had to wait in line because there was only one till open. Lots of people, only one till, but I stood there just chatting with everybody, just breathing, just savoring the moment, not allow frustration and fear, resentment to enter. It is what it is. I got through it, got home, busy making myself and hubby a huge bowl of curry, curry and rice curry. So I bought the meat there at the Pick and Pay, and now I am making a big bowl of curry. And then I was watering my garden, walking through my garden, and I found these beautiful flowers. So I plucked some flowers, and in the midst of my situation, where I find myself, I am finding heaven, peace and joy in the midst. Yes, my children and grandchildren live thousands of miles away. Yes, I can really tell you many, many things that's not, I don't want to say not right, because it is what it is. Things happen in life and things are neutral. So my kids are living in Thailand with my grandkids. It is what it is. So I can make it, that situation that is neutral, I can make it positive, or I can make it negative. That's my only choice. And I choose to make it, to see it as positive. I get to go and visit them and stay 6 weeks every time, and love spending that time with them. And they come to visit me every 3rd year or what, and I try and see them, and mostly we do see them once a year for 6 weeks. And I realized, my happiness doesn't depend on my kids or my husband or my finances or where I live or the government or the news or whatever. My happiness depends on how I react to what is happening in my life. So yes, I could have gone to this morning to the shops and be angry, resentful. Why are they only one till open, and why is everything so expensive, and blah blah blah. Or I could just see it as positive. It is what it is. So I can make it joyful, or I can make it terrible. So that is the power that we have. And I am not saying it's easy. But once again, for me, it comes back to having faith and trust in the life within me. I call it my spiritual father, my source, my life. And you can call it whatever you feel comfortable with. I just feel father to me is just such a wonderful term of love and endearment and protection towards me. So I can live my life by trusting wholeheartedly in the life within me that is also in you and all around us. The abundant, everlasting, all-consuming life that will guide me, that will provide me what I need to get through this moment victoriously. You know, I am, and trusting that whatever happens in my life, I can use for my good, for my spiritual growth, whatever you want to call it, for my becoming more and more free, becoming more and more who I am, spiritual being, just manifest in this realm. So I live by trusting in the life within me. So lots of times I lose it. I still, lose it. Like this morning, the feeling comes from, I don't feel like doing this thing we call life. Today, I just, but then I have a choice. And will I stop my mind from running ahead, always bombarding me with things like, you're not going to make it, and, it's tough, and blah, 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 all this doom and gloom. Or will I say, listen, I'm not listening to you. I'm turning within, to the life within me, trusting that the life will provide what I need to get through today, only today. Because when I get to tomorrow, it will also be only today, only now. So we only live, and we only can find life and love. Life is unconditional love. We can only find that in this moment, in the now, because the life in us, the love, is just flowing now. So just to bring yourself back to now. Now, lots of times, hubby will tell me, you've got to start practicing what you're preaching. When I lose my mind a little bit, when I listen to my mind instead of my spirit, and I become resentful, angry, hateful, fearful, name it, those things manifest, then hubby will tell me, you really got to start practicing what you're preaching. And then I will say, but I am practicing what I'm preaching. And that's why I can tell you, I can say these things because I'm walking through this. But I'm not always at peace. Sometimes I'm still struggling. But the awesome news is I am learning to be content in every situation. It's a learning. I don't pressurize. I am learning. As I said this morning, when the mind and my ego started to rise up and say, life is not worth living, and life is just hard, and life is blah, 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 I made the choice to ignore it, to let it go, and just turn inwards to the truth that is, today all my needs are met. The life in me is leading me, guiding me, providing for me with everything that I need. So I can be like that man. I don't have to be. Do not concern yourself with the things of this world, comes to mind. But what do? We are frantically concerning ourselves 24/7 with the things of this world. With, you've got to do this, you've got to be this, you've got to have this, you've got to, pension plan, this plan, that plan. I'm not saying don't have these things. I'm just saying don't let it consume you. Listen to the life within as it guides you, breath by breath, day by day. And that is how you and I can experience heaven right here. Heaven here and now. Peace and joy in the midst of every situation we need to go through. I don't want to say anymore, I made it through the day. Hallelujah, I made it through the day. I want to experience abundant life here and now, because that's what's promised to me. I will give you, the life in me says, peace and joy in the midst of any situation. I will guide you step by step. I will be your light. The light is in me. So what does the light in you do? It only shines around you and on the next little step you need to take. It's not a flashlight. It's in you. So that's why we are the light that shines into the darkness. Love you lots. Is it from Zedsterslap? I'm going to put this in water in my house, and I'm going to watch some Olympics and eat some curry and rice later. And just be. Just observe, just be, just experience the abundance of life. And that doesn't mean money. Abundance doesn't only mean money. It means joy. It means peace. It means enjoying just eating my curry and rice, plucking my flowers, abundantly beautiful. This is abundance. So I can focus on what I do have right now and be grateful for that. Or I can focus on what I do not have and be angry because I don't have that. That's the change we got to make. And the minute we start to become grateful for what we do have, like my flowers in my garden, and being able to buy meat to make curry and have a beautiful house and a husband that's still with me. Be thankful for what you do have in this day. And I do have kids that loves me, even if they are not with me here. I had enough money to buy what I needed today, and that's abundance. Love you lots. I know where you are. If you are struggling today, I know the feeling. I know with despair. I know wanting to give up. But I started to walk on this path towards freedom by starting to just be grateful and focusing on what I do have, and start to just be thankful for what I do have, and focus on not focusing on tomorrow, just focusing on this moment and doing things that makes me feel alive, come alive, realize that I am alive. This makes me feel alive. Flowers, I love flowers. So whatever it is that makes you feel alive, do as many of that as what you can, because that draws you closer to the abundant life in you, makes you start to walk and feel and be one with the life, because we are one with the life. We just don't know it. That's what born again means. We get born again into knowing that the abundant life and light and love is in us. Is guiding us. We are spiritual beings. just manifesting in this three-dimensional, call it what it is, I don't know, but material realm. He said, from Zetster's Lab, have a fantastic day. Love you lots.